Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share you the framework on what I have used with less than few thousand followers on how I have collected over $1 million in cash collector selling my agency services starting as a 19-year-old broke dropout. So just a quick introduction about myself. Hi, my name is Nikhil Sai. I'm the founder and CEO at funnelingmedia.com. Started as a 19-year-old broke dropout. I built a $1 million cash collected business in just 2 years while delivering over 500 million in verified results for my clients, and I'm one of the world's youngest $100 million award winner. So credits apart, I've done this all without any form of social media following. Trust me when I say this, I'm not a social media guy. Even at this point of time, I'm not famous, I'm not crazy, I'm not known, like not even my watchman knows me. Like, I'm just a very super laser targeted guy. I'm only known in the space where I need to be, and I make the money I should be. So it's simple. I'm gonna share the framework and I'm gonna break the myth that, oh, you gotta have following or have huge followers before you scale or before you actually make money and stuff like that. I'm gonna break the myth and share you what I have done to actually make my first million, in just 2 years of me starting as an 19-year-old broke dropout with a shitty accent and starting from India who looked like a 16-year-old, and I still closed 10, 20, 50, $100,000 retainers working with my clients at enterprise level and deliver them crazy results, and all without any social media following. So I'm gonna share what I've done. The one thing is you gotta have skill. Like, that's what you really need to. Like, I have not been in the marketing space for long enough before I made super high ticket sales, but I have cracked the code quickly. I have been in the trenches. I've worked with people. I did a podcast where I've interviewed over 100 millionaires, and I learned a lot from them, and I become one of them as well. Now, coming back, just before I get into details on the social media and whatnot, I'm gonna give you quick stats. My Instagram has few hundred followers. My Facebook has 1,300 friends. And my YouTube has a few hundred subscribers. My LinkedIn has few hundred connections, I think like 1,000 connections and whatnot. And that's my social media credits. I'm not huge at all. I try to do a lot of content, but what I've done is I stopped running my business and I became a content creator. Then I stopped it completely, packed it, came back to my business, and that's what was a learning curve for me. Like, you should not create content when it's not directly attaching it to the outcome you want to drive in your business, because I was trying to be like an influencer guy, and by the way, I created that, I posted that on YouTube, and that's right there. Like, we did nothing about it overall. We didn't even post entirety. We posted entirety on Instagram, but my profile got shut, so we created another one. So okay, coming back to the point, I just want to prove the fact that I was not famous, but I am rich. I made a lot of money, so running my own business. Now I'll tell you how I've done that. First of all, I had a skill, I had a service to deliver. That was the first and foremost important thing. Then the next was I was delivering results to my clients, so there was a specific value to it, and I could charge high ticket for it. I'm not gonna make it too complex for you, so I'm assuming it. Our pricing is way higher, but I'm just for analogy purposes, I'm giving you as an example. Charge $10,000 for a high ticket service as an example, and it was very clearly offered to one specific type of profile. So my ideal avatar at least makes $20,000-$30,000. I'm telling you the bottom line, if they even want to talk to us kind of situation for our high ticket done for you services and whatnot, and they're looking for a better funnel system, a better marketing infrastructure to optimize their sales calls, and maybe they don't even have a funnel. They're doing it without the application funnel process. So instead of, like, I started as a digital marketer, then I became like, okay, I will do social media marketing, then I transitioned into, I will only do funnel designing, then I transitioned into funnel designing in application funnels, then funnel designing application funnels for high ticket products, funnel designing application funnels for high ticket products in this specific niche. And in that specific niche as well, we used to qualify that the business is going to be at least X years old and they got to have X million dollars in revenue. So that's how deep we went in. Like, you could understand, like, I could grab them and I could talk to them. Like, that's how easy it was, because I know who I was targeting. And this is about the first million I made. You could broaden up after you make some money, but before you do that, just go deep, like go super deep. And again, it is tough to decide what to go deep into as well. Like, I've done that mistake. That's another conversation. If you want that video on how to pick your niche, to know what you should be doing, that's a different conversation. Comment down, I will make a video on that as well if you like it, if you want it. But let's focus on how I made money without having social media following. So my focus was very deep, and I know clearly who I'm actually targeting, who I'm going after. So I was very clear that, okay, I know my client, the qualifiers, disqualifiers. As long as I get them on a call, I can sell them, and I know what to deliver, what can get the result, and I do that. I repeat this over and over and over again. So I did not focus on building a social media following. I did not focus on creating content. I did not focus on adding value to their lives through my content, which is a mistake. I'm telling you. I should have done better content to attract them. If I would have done every day one video, I've done that for last 3 years of me being in the business, I would at least have few thousand subscribers on my YouTube channel who actually love, and they become my customers from the YouTube channel, which I haven't. So I regret that. So that is a big mistake. But coming back, I still was laser focused on one marketing message. We used to do something called a marketing message, which has a one-liner outcome, what they would exactly like to achieve. For example, when we target a high-ticket business, right, we used to call out and say, hey, if you are having a proven product and want to add extra $100,000 in the next 90 days to your bottom line, we guarantee that, let's talk. That's kind of a one-liner outcome. Then we used to build curiosity using our AI funneling system. It's a curiosity message. Then that's a message which can get them to get curious. So now if you run that as an ad, it would work. If you send that on email, LinkedIn, message, WhatsApp, Facebook, doesn't matter. Wherever you're sending it, as long as it's reaching to the right person eyeball, they would reply, and that creates a conversation. For example, we used to go after capital firms for our first $1 million, and it was very clear. It's a small niche, like there was not so much competition, and we were like the category kings when we actually like played the whole game overall. So we have delivered hundreds of millions in capital raise for working with those companies. So you gotta have backup with result before you actually sell. And I have very good clients who could stand in front of me and talk good stuff about whatever we have done for them to every other potential prospect which we need to get, and we got a lot of case studies and testimonials. So that's another big thing when I was actually closing. So coming back, so we go into that niche, and we used to talk about very clear outcome, what they want to achieve, like raise $1 million in the next 90 days through investors you never know. And that's what they exactly want to do. They have dried up their existing sources. They want more capital, but they don't know how to raise that money. And we have a capital raising infrastructure with the ad, the funnel, the infrastructure, which could actually get them on investor conversations. And we had a proof of concept. We have a dozen other companies who we have worked with, billion-dollar institutions who have multi million-dollar units under them, big apartment complexes under them. Like these guys own hundreds of millions of dollars worth of apartment complexes under them. It's crazy the wealth they actually own. But coming back, those companies were like the trust factor, and we cracked that niche as well. So there is few things which really matters the most. It's quality over quantity. So when you make super generic content, I don't recommend that. If you can make user-based, like ideal client problem solving content, absolutely go for it. I've done that mistake, which is I'm not shooting them. I'm doing this right now. Like this video is one of them. Like right now we are trying to help agencies and help them to go from 10-20K months to get them to the run rate we are at, and this is one of the value-based content I'm creating for you. So if you're not doing that for your ideal clients, do that. I highly suggest that, but don't go on making super generic content to like attract everybody, because now you'll become a content creator and influencer over a business person. And then being super targeted with your ideal client, one message, one niche, one offer, one platform, that would work the best. Like I heard this recently from somebody called one coach, one approach, and I would say the same thing applies to your offers. One offer, one platform, you can do $1 million as long as you're selling something like 10K or more, because do the math, like you need 100 clients. That is it. To make $1 million, you don't need crazy number of clients. You just need 100 clients pay you $10,000. You are already making $1 million. And that's what you should aim for in the first or 2 to 3 years of your business. And you gotta first of all skill up yourself and get your service where you could charge 10K. Then just be super specific on one niche, one offer, one platform where you know they will hang out, and then just hammer them with that message and test it. Like we have sent hundreds of thousands of cold emails to date, and we booked thousands of appointments from them. And I can't tell you how many tests we ran to actually get here. And now we know if we send out, we'll get 80% open rate, 7% reply rate, and 3% booking rate. Like we know the stats. We have the KPIs right now, but it was not like this previously, right? So you gotta have those tests and run multiple campaigns to get there. But having that clear idea on who you're going after will actually get to that clarity, because you know who you're talking to and you know how to speak them. If you don't know who you're talking to, like I gave an example, right? Digital marketing to funnel building in application funnel in high ticket for specific industry, the company should be X years old, X $1 million at least in revenue. You gotta go that deep. At least that would work for me. That's the service and attraction standpoint, what you gotta do. Then the next thing is build authority. Have your brand built well. Like I used to have this result page. I still have it. You can check it out, funnelingmedia.com/result. Make a copy of it, build that for your own company. Do that right now. It should have all the testimonials and case studies, because that's what will help you. Before the call we actually have, we used to push every of our client to go and watch our results page. Our results page has a mashup of all our best case studies, like every single person talking about how crazy results they actually got with us, and that would definitely help to build very good trust, and the brand elevation goes high. Even if it's a cold conversation, that just goes high because they saw your results first. So build that infrastructure. Your social media needs to be active. You got to be posting something so that you prove that you are aligned, you're alive, and you are not going to block them once you get that money, because that's the biggest insecurity. People don't buy from other agencies because they had a very bad agency experience already. They paid somebody, they blocked them, or they didn't deliver, they didn't reply, all of that crazy shit. And unfortunately, the problem with that is so many people, everybody and their mom who I know actually is an agency owner right now, and that's why this problem is happening. They don't know how to deliver, but they still sell services, and that's where this problem starts. So if you want to really differentiate, you got to prove that you're better, you're authoritative, and you're constantly live doing stuff. As long as you have great case studies and testimonials, it becomes a much easier decision for the client to pull trigger on you and work with you easily. And that was the biggest thing for us. Like most of our sales are driven by our results, and not by me as a shiny object or having a Lambo behind me or any other crazy marketing. Like I'm more minimalist. Like right now I have my awards because these are the proof that actually what we work. This is the result again, and I'm not flexing my Rolex or anything like that, or anything as sort of. So it really matters what the client wants as a result. So if you can prove that you can get them the results, and you're trustworthy enough, and you know who you're targeting, and you can deliver a specific outcome, and you make them believe that this can work, and you give away everything on that first sales call, they're gonna love you and they want to work with you. And you just need 100 sales. So instead of going after, I will charge $1,000 for social media marketing, I will use AI to do all of this, and I will just outsource this, and then I'll be a millionaire in 3 years. Like, okay, that's fine, but think about how you could pick one client, deliver the best transformation for them, do it for free initially to learn. That's totally fine. Do it for free, learn your skill, get that shit sorted. That's when you charge high ticket, after you have at least 3 to 5 case studies. Then you go after one specific niche, deliver a crazy outcome, then you repeat over and over and over again. Now you have one single message which they really want to achieve, then you hammer it everywhere possible, wherever they are paying attention. You're gonna go omni-channel later on, but you're gonna be a singular channel first. You're gonna be very focused on one channel where you know that, like, for me it was Facebook group. I was very high in ClickFunnels community. I was very deep into that community. I was very well-known brand back then in that community. I used to add so much value. I used to get a dozen inbound leads a day when I was actually actively commenting in that community for people who actually want a funnel. And I used to qualify, disqualify them, and get on a calls with a bunch of them, and then convert them into my clients and whatnot. Then we broadened up and we got into syndication niche. Then we did email marketing. Then we had a lot more referrals because of the case studies and testimonials. And that's how we actually scaled to the million in the first 2 years of me being in business. So I hope that framework helps you. You don't need a social media following. If you're doing content, do it content which is problem solving for your specific client. You might follow the 80-20 rule. 20% make viral content, 80% of it should be still value-based content for your client to solve the problem you're actually selling a service upon. So that you give away the information, you sell the implementation. That's how it is at the agency's game standpoint. And advertising is expensive. If you're not charging enough, you can't be profitable with advertising. So you got to build alternative sources like referrals. That's still the best. That's still the best place where we get our clients from, and the most quality ones and highest value ones, almost no acquisition cost at all. And then comes the other sources, which is organic content, which is what I'm doing here. And then of course there is other sources, which is email marketing, different type of social media, organic and whatnot. Then comes the advertising at an acquisition cost standpoint. So follow this framework. You don't need a huge following to make this. Like, my question is, I was a 19-year-old dropout, no accent, no social media. I've deleted all my personal social media accounts and recreated my business accounts, and I was like completely new guy out of nowhere, and I made it to $1 million in 2 years in cash collected, running my own marketing agency. And my question is, why can't you do this? If you have a great service, why can't you do this? So let's keep your head down, stay focused, do something after this. After watching this video, don't let this video be another consumption of content which is a mental masturbation. Do something about this, which is go out and sort who is your specific client. Get that very, very clear, deep possibly. and what outcome they want to achieve. Do at least 10 interviews, find out a common pain point and solve it, and charge high ticket after you get at least 3 to 5 case studies. And without any social media following, fix that one-liner message which will get them to reply back, and hammer it in one platform very well. Now you diversify it overall. So that's my strategy on how I've done my first million, and we have done that without ads. Now we are using ads to scale, but we have done that without ads, and that's where the real magic is. You don't need to have big budgets, bigger pockets to spend money. You can have one-liner message fixed. You could do 100 DMs on Facebook, 100 DMs on Instagram, 100 DMs on LinkedIn to a specific ideal client. You will get replies, you will get conversations. It's just about doing the work. And I was not afraid to do that. I was not afraid to confront that, and that's what helped me. I hope that helps you as well. So that's it for now. Once again, this is me, Nikhil Sai, 19-year-old dropout turned millionaire in 2 years, running my own marketing agency without a huge following and without spending money on ads. So I hope this video gives you a very clear understanding on how I've done that and how you can model me too. Thanks for watching. If you have any more suggestions, comment down. I would love to make other videos on how I do XYZ. If you have any curious questions, make sure to ask. I'll make content on that. And like this video, share with this somebody who might be an agency owner who might need help. Thanks for watching. Bye.